Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Happy 2026. Excited to kick off another year with you guys, reviewing coffee, using the equipment, and just experiencing our coffee and espresso experiences together. And for this video specifically, we're going to be reviewing the first coffee that I've purchased in 2026. And I think what I'm going to do this year is kind of create a leaderboard or like a ranking of every coffee that I try and how I've enjoyed it as an espresso, as a pour over, or however we've tried it together. I want to be able to create like a little bit of like a competition this year to see where everything ranks, what I liked, what I didn't like, and kind of put something together at the end, and we can review it together and come up with the best coffees of the year for myself. And figured it could be a new fun thing to try this year, on top of also roasting my own coffee, which I've been doing a little better with. But if you guys have seen the last couple videos, you've seen that my experience tasting the coffees that I roasted weren't that great. They were stale, I'm pretty sure, and I think I'm due for some new coffee to bring in to roast, which is what my plan is. And with the coffee that I have currently, I'm probably going to just do dark roast with them and just make them like a traditional espresso roasted coffee. If it tastes good. If not, I'm going to have to maybe use it for the garden or something like that. But I'm excited to kick off this year with this coffee specifically. It was my first coffee shop visit for 2026. I had an awesome espresso in-house when I was there. And I saw this bag on the way out, wanted to get it, so I picked it up and figured this would be a great way to kick off 2026 with coffee reviews, using a local roaster that I like, and I know that they do produce good coffee. And this is it here. Pilgrim Roasters, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since I've used their stuff. It's a Costa Rican coffee. And I'm not sure who this is, Roger Urena Sudan Rume. So I'm assuming it's Costa Rican, but they have Sudan in there, so I'm kind of curious what that's about. So let's see, I'll give a little bit more. I kind of read the tasting notes when I was there, so I already know what it's kind of like. Tarrazzu is the region, so it's definitely Costa Rican. White honey processed, an altitude of 2,000 meters above sea level. So I think we have ourselves some pretty good coffee here. Let's get it going. We're going to do an espresso with it using the Bambino, as I typically do. And then when the coffee and the water is done boiling, we're going to make a pour over and hope I get it right this time. So let's get this going. This is it here. Let's get it opened up. Oh yeah, and it was roasted on the 2nd. So we're about 2 weeks officially from roast date. So I'm really excited to try this. When I first got the bag, there wasn't even a fragrance coming from the coffee. It was very bland. There was really not much at all. Pretty nice. It smells nice. I mean, nothing to rave home about. But these are the beans here. So let's get these weighed up. We're going to do 18 grams. Wash. So let's get the 18 grams in there. Nice small beans too. I don't know if they're considered pea berry. 17. Hey, 18 on the dot. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, really excited to try it. I need to look up and see who Roger Urena is. It could be some information that I could provide you guys on the next one, or if you stop on my Instagram channel, I could post up a picture of the bag and put some information there, or I could put some information in the description like I typically do. So we got 18 grams in. We have this already pre-measured, and that's the new routine I'm trying to do this year, is literally grind into this little cup and then tap it into the portafilter. So let's get this grinded up. We're going to do a 6. All right, let's see where we're at. 18.2, great. Coffee from this morning, who would have thought? All right, portafilter, let's grab that. We don't need that. Could we do this over here? Yep, and we're on camera. Good, good, good. And I need a paper filter. And my little funnel, as well as this guy. So yeah, we're now 14 days into 2026. By now, you guys are gonna have seen that I've been posting multiple videos a week, trying to catch up because I'm doing something new for 2026, which will be on, it'll be the last week of January. I don't have a specific date picked for it, but I wanted to try something different this year with the channel. It still involves espresso, but I'm adding something else into the channel. It's another passion of mine, and I'm not going to give any spoilers yet. I'll just wait for everything to kind of mesh together, which you guys will all see. It's just something that I've always wanted to try on the channel, or like something that I enjoy doing outside of the world of coffee. I've been enjoying it pretty much my whole life, and just wanted to try something a little different and share it with you guys. So we'll see how that goes. But after this has been grinded up, let's see if I get any different smell. It smells nice. It has like a delicate smell, which makes me think that it could still be developing. Hold on. There it is. So definitely curious to see how this is going to pull from the Bambino. I know the Bambino is not really the ideal machine, but it's all I got right now, and I'm not even going to entertain the idea of something new until at least after the wedding. I already have an idea of what I would want to get next for my machine. Ideally something with a paddle, so I can control the flow of the water or the pressure going into the brew. But I mean, you never know what life throws at you, so that's the goal, but we'll see. If anything, I've been enjoying the Breville. I think it's good for what it is. I'm sure, I know for a fact you could pull way better than what this machine is capable of, but I've enjoyed making espresso on this for the last soon to be 6 years. It's crazy that it's still going. But if that's an indication, if you guys want something cheap and reliable compared to the machines out there, you can't go wrong with the Bambino. Let me retamp this. It's not flush, not level. There we go. Looking good. Okay, I'm going to bring you guys a little closer once I get this all prepped. We are set and ready to go. Let me get you guys in a good angle. Let's see how this turns out. A little fine. A little fine. So we're going to be looking at a bit more of a bitter brew for this one. So maybe we could turn this into like a cortado or a latte after. but we're gonna shoot for 45 grams. I think we're gonna go a little more than a 1 to 2 this time around. You could tell it was roasted recently because that crema is crazy. All right, so a little over 45. We're looking at a little over 30 seconds. This started a little late. Look at that. Nice crema. We're not going to drink all of it. I think I'm going to save it for, you know what? Maybe we'll do an Americano. I never really do any on here. Yeah, definitely a light roast. It's very light on the palate. I feel like there's not too much going on with it, which makes me think that it probably needed a little bit more time. I feel like once you get away from the natural processing and you go into washed or honeyed or white honeyed, I feel like it needs a little bit more time to develop. And with it being 2 weeks from development or from roast, I'm pretty sure that we could probably give this another like up to 7 days for it to develop. It's very subtle. Let me see this again. We have apple and lemon lime soda, which really makes me think that this still needs some time to develop. Oh, wow, okay. That helped a lot. Thank you, slurping. I really got lemon lime that time around. That was very apparent. That was nice. Let me get one more sip, and then we'll make an Americano. Okay. My thought is this needs a little bit more time, so it's something we can revisit, and we'll do a follow up from this one within the next 7 days, or it could be a part of. All right, I have an idea what I could do with it, but what we'll do is we'll do a follow up. We'll do another espresso, and maybe we'll do a pour over. And I think what we're gonna do to keep this video nice and short and sweet, we're gonna turn this into an Americano and see how adding more water to this will help the development of the taste for that drink. So let's give it a try. All right, I'm gonna try to do this with one hand, but to get hot water to come out of your Breville Bambino, or maybe some of your Breville machines, you wanna hold down the single cup and the froth cup button, and that'll allow hot water to flow from the steam wand here. So let's see how the hell I'm gonna do this, because I don't know. With one hand. Machine's going wonky over here. You know what? Let's do it this way. This is gonna be the only way I can really do it. All right, holding down the single cup and the froth button now. This is my Americano. There it is. I don't know what ratio that is, but let's assume it's a 1 to 2. I never really drink Americanos. I've only been entertaining the idea of them because of Neil, and he enjoys them. And if he's enjoying them, it's got to be pretty good. So let's see how it is. Just tastes more like a watered down espresso, which is essentially what it is. Because I wasn't getting a lot from the taste profile before, I guess this really isn't helping it. So I think what the best call to do is we're going to let this develop a little more. We're going to give it at most another 7 days. I'm going to shoot between 3 to 4 days. Actually, it's going to be tough because I start my new job next week. You know what? All right, let's do it this way. Martin Luther King Day is on Monday. I do not have work Monday, specifically with my new job because it's a holiday. So we're going to revisit this then and either add this onto this current video or do a follow-up. Most likely, I could do a two-parter, and that could be like a Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday release or something like that, or it could be one big video. But it's very subtle. Not much going on with it. Citrusy lemon lime. Just saw a chipmunk run across my neighbor's backyard. It's got to get revisited. It's not bad at all. Like, even if I were served this, even though there's not much flavor, I still think it's good. I enjoy it. I know we can get more from it. So let's revisit it again. And see how we'll see how it turns out. Okay, I lied. We have to try the pour over. We have to. Because this could be a coffee that just works better as a pour over. And we can't count that out. So we're going to be using the Yeti pour over. And I've been using this a little bit more recently. It honestly has been brewing so quickly where I'm getting sub 2-minute brews with 180 grams. So I am going to grind a little finer than I typically do. See if I could slow it down a bit. The smell is nice. Just a clean coffee smell. Okay. Got 12 grams. I'm going to try to do this quickly. Let's get this set to, let's do 18. So we have 18, so 12 in. Let's see what comes out. 12.2. Jeez. Always some surprise. I really got to do a cleaning of this thing, grinder. But with the Yeti pour over, I'm going to be using, I'll show you guys too. I'm going to be using these filters. Hario V60. It is the 2, 1, or whatever the hell that is, the 2 paper filter. Let's get this put over here. I will not be able to get an overhead shot. I can. I'll have to hold it. But hold on, one thing at a time, Nicky boy. Let's get this folded up. All right, paper filter's in. Let me get the kettle. We're gonna start with just getting the paper filter wet. And then I'll pick you guys up. We could do the overhead shot together. All right, paper is wet. Coffee. Well, let's get the scale first. Got the camera light on. Coffee's in. All right, So we're going to do, as Omniel would say, for the bloom, 30 circle, 30 center. And then after, I don't know how much time, we'll continue with another 30-30 and then a 30-30. Let's see how this does. I'm just getting everything set up. Let's do it. I'm doing this lefty too, so there's going to definitely be some challenges. 59.7. I gotta switch to righty, guys. I'm sorry for the shakes. I'm not a lefty. It was wishful thinking. All right. It's 30 circle. 30 center. All right, at least hitting it on the head. Let's get this over here. God, I'm so shaky. It's not the caffeine or anything, I promise. All right, it's moving. We're at 1 minute 4 seconds. We're doing a little better than I thought. Maybe I just had to grind a little finer. Water's still there. It could be too fine too. There's probably espresso grinded coffee, like espresso sized grind in there that's slowing it down. We're at 1 minute 40. Water just went through, so let's go again. I can take that 179.9. Two minutes, 20 seconds. It sounds like it's not dripping. Hold on. I don't know if that was the right move, but that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that was not the right move. So I'm pretty sure it's too fine. At least some of the coffee that are in there. Let me see, is it dripping? Very slow, very slow. This could end up being a bitter pour over. Let me see. It is going down. All right, we're through. We are done. All right, 3 minutes, 35 seconds. Let me go take care of this filter and we could try it together. All right, so we got the pour over all done. There might have been some espresso grind that got into the pour over, so I think that's what kind of resulted in it being a little slower. We saw a 3 minute, 35 second total pour over with 180 grams. And let's see, cool down a little bit, so let's see how it is. Yeah, it's still a little hot. So yeah, we're a couple weeks in to January. I start my new job next Tuesday. Back in the world of field marketing, I guess you could say, but I'm going to be working on the staffing agency side. So excited to be back in there. You know, nothing against Whole Foods, but it really wasn't where I needed to be to support myself and my fiance financially, and where I am now is definitely much more suited for what I need and what we need. So just beyond grateful to be there. I'm still going to be at Whole Foods on the weekends just to bring in some more income, as well as continue getting the discount on groceries. But just excited for what this year has to come. It's still a little hot. It's hard to really get like a good taste. It's not bad. Like I'm not, sometimes you would get that harsh coffee taste that you would typically experience within your standard Americanized roasted coffee. I think it just needs a little bit more time to cool down. So while that's cooling down, I figured I can kind of show you what I wanted to do with like that little leaderboard or standing, coffee rating standings. I would love to do something right here in this area, if possible. If not, I could always just create a little like Google sheet where we rate everything and just have different categories for brews that we could try with the coffee, you know, espresso, Americano, cortado, latte, pour over, AeroPress. We could do the mocha pot again, or the 9 barista. Like I do want to try to integrate more brewing machines or methods into the channel like I used to. I've been very stuck on the Breville Bambino and the pour over setup with my Chemex and the Yeti. So I want to definitely venture out a little bit more and utilize more of what I have, you know, dive into the coffee culture more diversely, I guess you could say. And yeah, I figured keep it fun, keep it interesting, integrate something new into the channel, get some more spice in there, something different, you know, something I've never done, but I feel like I always wanted to do something like that. So with this being the first purchase of 2026, figured it's a great way to kind of kick it off. Yeah, so let's see if this has cooled down enough. I feel like it has like a lemon flavor more up front, but it's very subtle. I feel like it was way more pronounced in the espresso, but I think the result of this session today just shows that I think there needs to be a little bit more time for development. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna check back in on Monday, where we'll definitely gonna brew an espresso. And I would like to I don't want to do a milk drink. It is a lighter roast. So we'll stick with either a pour over. We could try an espresso with the 9 barista, AeroPress. But I'll probably end up doing like a pour over and an espresso. That's at least what I think is best to do right now. We could save another video using an AeroPress or something like that. But we're gonna end it here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. First video 2026. By the time you guys seen this, like I said earlier in the video, you're gonna be getting probably 2 videos a week. So I gotta put on the afterburners and get into editing a little bit more and catch up, because the new thing that I wanna do is once a month at the end of the month, where it's still integrating espresso. But the espresso is just like the kickoff to the video. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. If not, you know, we'll debrief at the end of the year and figure out 2027 together. But appreciate you guys always tuning in as usual, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.